So Landon and I, who's my main business partner, we started this consulting strategy, but we didn't even know what the hell we were doing, dude. We were just like trying to figure it out along the way and like begging to take on clients, all that stuff. And then we met this gentleman by the name of Claudio Gambin, who's our third business partner now. He's awesome. And he's been doing this for a while, and he's built a really big business doing this. And he basically came along. Somehow I crazy event, which I won't go through right now, but basically I found myself on a private jet with just me and him. And we went to the Bahamas, had like the craziest 36 hours of our lives. And then me and Landon pursued him until we're like, hey, we want what this guy has. We're going to pursue him and annoy him until he tells us to shut up. And he never told us to shut up because he knew that we could be valuable inside of what he was building. So he offered us two options. He was like, hey, I believe in you guys so much that I'll lend you $500,000 to go build your own thing. And then you guys just give me like a secured return. Or I'll give you all of my infrastructure for 30% of the business, and you don't ever have to hire an employee. I'll do all of it. And we're just like, yeah. If we had to try and do this on our own, we would be operating at much less than 70% margin. So we're like, dude, deal done, take it. We'll take your mentorship too, and you know, all that. And so it's been super fruitful. And he's kind of like my first 3-4 months, all I did was shadow him, didn't take any client meetings. So like, thank God I had some money to save in the bank because I wasn't making anything. Yeah. And then we kind of went off on our own. And then the specific client avatar that we serve forces you to level up on a daily basis. I think where people get it wrong is that you think you have to come across as if you know everything. But if you lean into not actually knowing anything and understanding that you letting your client know that I'm just going to go find the solution no matter what, I'm going to work my ass off to find that solution. Eventually you end up, you know, creating a knowledge base around all this stuff and then eventually being able to create original IP around it. So with that, it was just a 6 to 10 months of just taking meetings, not knowing anything, running ChatGPT on the meetings, and figuring it out. And then we started to consult people through the exits and all these things. And we're not the main, like we're the person that's going to project manage everything inside of what we like to call like their fractional family office. Yeah. And we're going to build out all of the other players around it. So we're going to make sure that your CPA is in alignment with your lawyer, that's in alignment with the financial advisor, and we're just consulting on the high level strategy, and they're going ahead and making sure that it gets implemented.
Makes sense.
So,
dude, go into the networking side of things because I'm a big proponent on digital networking, in-person networking.
I mean, that's similar story that we had. Starting a podcast in college.
Sure. Right. So 100%. But I'm just like the Bahamas story. You got to elaborate. How do you go from a vendor in the Bahamas to a business partner?
Sure.
Like, I guess explain the story of how you met your partner now and how you were able to leave a good enough impression on him to partner up.
Yeah, great question. So that's kind of what, if there's one thing that I will like pride myself on and give myself credit for, is my ability to strategically build relationships that benefit other people so much to the point where they eventually want to help me out. Without ever asking for anything in return. Yeah. And so with that, I learned from this guy, and I'll keep his name out, but basically he was a guy that we created a lot of these like what we like to call ecosystem mergers, which people call joint ventures at this point. And we learned a lot from him. It turned out to not be the best guy, but I learned a system of how to build rapport with people in such an organic way that like you can go from hello to yes with integrity anywhere. And it's literally a system of just asking 5 questions, but like finding a strategic way to ask them. So like instead of like going out and I'll get to the Bahama story, but instead of like going out to a networking event, which all are like, most of us hate, like at least for me, like they're so cringe, dude. It's just like everyone's
so
trying to sell
transactional.
everyone. Yeah. Which is why having a podcast is a game changer, because you don't have to ever like intrude on someone to try and do business. It's like, yo, let's get you on the pod. And so with that, I'm never trying to sell anybody on any of my stuff when I meet them. It's literally, one, tell me about your story. So like, Andre, you built an awesome business. Like, dude, you're so young. You have so much success so far. Like, tell me like how you got here. Yeah. That's question number 1. Yeah. Now I get you talking about yourself. Yep. Now where are you at today? Like, talk to me about like where the business is at. What's the vision? Like, where are you guys headed? Paint that vision to me. What are some struggles that you're facing? Like, what's the bottleneck? And then talk to me about some of like the best wins. If I get through those 5 questions in a way that doesn't sound robotic, you've talked to me about yourself for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Now you love me. Yep. It's just like kind of, people love talking about themselves.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip, check out the full interview here. And if you want to see more clips from this episode, check it out right here.